Well, hey guys, and so we're in our last week of this rotation, and I wanted to give you a couple of hints on how to get started on your one room perspective. So I sent you some attachments, and I'll just go over those same attachments and go through how we did it, okay, or how you should do it. So the first step was to create this square in the middle of your paper. So we're going to measure in 3 inches from each side, 2 inches down, 2.5 inches up. And the trick to getting a nice straight line is to actually do 2 measurements for each. So if I measure in 3 and 3, and then over here, 3 and 3, up from the bottom, 2.5, do that one twice, 2.5, 2.5, and down from the top, 2, do that one twice. So by making 2 measurements, that allows me now to draw a line that's parallel to the edge of my paper. Just by lining up those 2 tick marks, I can now draw a line parallel to the 4 edges of the paper and get my rectangle in here. Okay, and then erase the parts I don't need. Okay. So I'm going to highlight this with a Sharpie just so it's easier for you guys to see in this instructions. So at the end of the assignment, after you've completed the entire room, if you want to highlight some of the features with a fine point Sharpie, you're welcome to do so. So there's step 1, establishing our rectangle. Step 2, I had you locating the vanishing point in the center of that rectangle by taking the diagonals. Now, you do not need to draw a line completely corner to corner. We only are interested in what's in the center. So I draw a short line in the center, and then I do a little tiny tick mark across that line, and I now have my vanishing point, okay, by taking the diagonals. So erase what I don't need. The third step was to now create the walls on both the sides of the room, the floor, and the ceiling by lining up the vanishing point with the corner of our rectangle. He's mentioned in the video that we always have only 3 types of lines, either horizontal lines, vertical lines, or in this case, any diagonal line we're going to call a vanishing point line, because it will always, one of the points will always be lined up with the vanishing point. So in this case, we're lining up the vanishing point with the corner of the rectangle. And you'll notice that that line does not go to the corner of the paper, and that's okay. It's not supposed to. It lands wherever it lands. And so vanishing point, corner of the rectangle, vanishing point, corner of the rectangle. Now this one comes very close to the corner of the paper, but that's just the way it lays out. But more importantly, vanishing point, corner of the rectangle. And so here's my lines that I created to make the floor and ceiling and walls. So there you go. that's how you get this started. So, hope that's helpful for you guys, and I'll see about maybe making some more videos later in the week to work you through some of the other parts. But watch the video, pause it, do it, then start it again, do the next step, pause it, do the next step. Okay? All right, have fun with this. Talk to you later. Bye.